because now it's officially the start of the tour. I want to welcome all of you today in another location. I'm not in Amsterdam, not in the Netherlands. No, I've been flying since yesterday evening. I am in the city of Lisbon in Portugal, and this is the first time that I'm here. And I'm here for work reasons, for one of the other things that I'm doing next to virtual guiding. And when I was coming here, my name is Stefan, by the way, if you didn't know that yet. But one of the reasons is, or one of the ideas was, okay, if I'm going here, maybe I can do 1, 2, maybe 3 tours when I'm here. But I want to do some things that are a little different, because there are guides here in Lisbon. I also contacted Ines, but she is too busy to do a tour with me together, so I had to find some other things. And I'm also, of course, I'm not a local guide. I'm not a local guide over here, so I know something about Lisbon, but not as people that have been working and guiding here for a very long time. So I tried to search for some specific tours and some specific things, and one of them is going back to the time in 2016 when I started guiding. I started guiding in 2016 in Amsterdam, and my first tour that I did, or what I made, was a tour on the bike, Amsterdam's bike tour. But I was not taking people mainly into the city center, not into the canal district. No, I was taking people to one of my favorite locations, and that location is an old terrain with factories where you can find a lot of street art. So I love to show people around, to show another part of Amsterdam where most people don't go to. Called the NDSM area, by the way. Sadly enough, I've never done it on Heygo, so still not. I planned it 2 times, but 2 times the weather was so bad. So, but when I was doing these tours, of course, then you're gonna learn more about street art, about all kind of artists, and one of them that really immediately sort of draw my attention was Arthur Bordalo II. Okay. Oh, wait. Before he's closing, I still want to go inside. Thank you. Okay, I'm just before he's closing. So we're now here on the terrain. He's not completely not completely closing. So we will see a lot more work. No. So what I thought when I was coming over here, I saw, oh yeah, Bordalo II. He is Portuguese. He is from Lisbon. He has a lot of work over here. So I thought, like, okay, let's try. Maybe he is here. Maybe I can see some of his work. But I found out that most of his works are on different locations in the city. So I should have at least a bicycle, but maybe even a motorcycle, because the distances are quite big between the different locations. So, but then I contacted them, and they said, like, yeah, there will be an exhibition just a week before you're coming over here. So, and I'm now here. So I'm gonna take you over the exhibition, and the exhibition is, and you can see that already, on an old terrain, an old factory terrain with several empty buildings, and we have to go to the end of this terrain to get to see several of his works. But it is an exhibition, and I'm allowed to stream over there, so that's also really cool. So we're gonna walk towards that. It is a little at the end of the factory where we are right now. We can see his name, Bordalo II, or Bordalo II in English. And why it is the second, that is because his grandfather, with the same name, the same surname, was also a famous painter in Portugal. So, and he really loved, as a young kid, he loved his grandfather. Was coming a lot in his atelier, in his place where he was painting. So from a very young age, he was really inspired by his granddad. So thank you, Corinne and Jenny and Momo. And so, when he became a little older, he decided to do an art. Was to go to the art school, here in Lisbon, and there he found out that he loves to work with all kind of materials. And we're also going to see that a lot of materials that are used in the exhibition. So, and it's good that there are other people over here, because you can imagine that you don't want to walk over here in this area when it is dark and you're the only one. So, okay, I'm just going here. At the left is the entrance. In the meantime, look at the color of the sky. It's quite beautiful too. So, but I'm going over here to the left to the entrance of the exhibition. In the meantime, so to show some of his work. And the interesting thing is that Arthur, he was really inspired to make artwork from trash that he found. Trash that he found all over the place. And he was really thinking, I want to do something with this, because there's so much trash that is used by all of us all over the world. And we are in a society nowadays where we're consuming so much, and that also means that there is so much trash. And he wanted all of us to keep thinking about that, keep thinking about what we are doing, that we are consuming so much and throwing away also so much stuff. And that is in all his work, in the years that he has been working, he has done several projects, but in all of them, it is based in the end on trash. So we see, for example, over here, these two tigers from far away. And if I'm coming more nearby, then you can see that it's made from all kinds of pieces of trash, plastic, materials from cars, from bicycles, and exactly, there's even a little tongue coming out. That's true. And also look at the eye, for example. Tigers or lions, I never know. I'm not so good in finding out the names of the animals. These are lions, huh? Yeah. Sorry. But by using paint, the waste is almost under a sort of a camouflage. So we call it found object art, and formidable, it is also sometimes called trash art. Trash art. So art made out of trash. And then here again, this is, by the way, of the parts that are half colorful and half like the original colors. And look again, every time with all his art pieces, I have to come more nearby. And then you can see that it's just made out of little recycled pieces. Exactly, recycled pieces. So all his life, he has been doing this. So trying to find all kind of trash. While we're looking here at this little monkey, all kind of trash to make his work with. So I'm just coming a little more nearby again. So thank you, Louisa. Thank you, Lorraine. And look at this. There's even a Barbie. There's a Barbie used for the chin of the monkey. I see some Lego kind of things, and I don't know what this is, but this looks like from that game where you have like your body, and then your body pieces you can take out. I don't know how you call that in English. Where you have to need a stable hand to get everything out. So operation? I don't know. Operation? Okay. In Dutch, we're calling it Dr. Bibber. So, and bibber is when you're having it, when you're shaking because you're cold, for example. So, And this, by the way, the works that we're seeing all over here, it's one of his sub-series called Half Half. So the half is almost the real animal, and the other half is showing you the things that he's using also at the other half, but it's under the paint. So we can see that again with this monkey, and it's incredible. Exactly, Sarah. I completely agree. And with this, you can really see the trash that he used. And let me just do one vertical shot of this one. I really love it with the, and also with the little monkey on the side. And also the color, yeah, it is extremely colorful, but he's just using the colors of the, in this case, the plastic trash that he found. So, and I'm also gonna show the koala, don't worry. I'm doing them bit by bit. So over here, this is for Alex. This is for all the fans of Australia. So, and again, if you look more carefully, it is based of all kind of pieces of plastic. And if you're coming more nearby, you can see that more easily. And yeah, they are really wonderful. So, and of course, what he's trying to say with all of this art is, why don't we reuse all these materials? Why not? Because also throwing the plastic everywhere in the world, in nature, that's also not good for all these animals that he is depicting in his works. So I'm just going a little more nearby again. So a lot of the animals are also the animals that are at this moment in danger. So yeah, and Catherine, that's the interesting thing. I also sometimes I've seen some. You can see some videos on YouTube, for example, where where he's showing how he's making everything. So, and then at first you're really thinking, what is he going to make? So he's making sometimes some outlines, the sort of outlines of a painting, and then it's going to start filling it in with all kind of pieces. By the way, the ones over here are all made of pieces of wood. So that he found, and that he found, for example, on the beach, so nearby on the coastline. And from there, he started making these works of wood, a flying, what is it, eagle or another bird? I don't know exactly. But it's, again, if we're coming more nearby, then you can see how detailed it is. And all the little pieces just placed together until in these wonderful pieces of art. In the end. Sorry. So, and Jennifer and Victor. So, what? There is a beautiful picture. I can show you that. I was preparing this tour, and I wasn't on this exhibition myself before, but I saw a picture of himself. I now placed it in the in the chat, so where you can see how he is in between all the trash. And yeah, that is, in a lot of situations he is trying to find all kind of things for his next works, because again, the works that we see over here are tiny. So a lot of his works outside are a lot bigger. So then he's using, for example, for the eye of a toucan, he would use a wheel of a car, for example, just to give an idea of the size of his works. So, and then look at this over here in the jungle. I love this one too, and they're all looking good in a different way. And this exhibition is here until December, I saw. showed it at the start. And then we have this little mouse. Look at this. It's a little smaller than the rest. Made out of stones. Mainly stones, by the way, are these made of. So again, trash that he found. So we saw plastic, we saw wood. We're seeing stones over here. And the one over here is more a tiger. Exactly. And yes, Debbie, he is from Lisbon originally. So that's also why this exhibition is over here. But he became so popular that nowadays he is presenting works all over the world. And yeah, the koala is also, I'm going to show you a lot more. So they promised me that I could get here 30 minutes at least. So I'm going to take the full 30 minutes and they can kick us out. Thank you, Gail and Barrett. And Angel, you just missed the koala. The next one is pixel art. Pixel art. I'm just going to show you. From nearby, this is the leftovers of what you can find if street artists are painting. So a lot of trash is coming, of course, also from street art. And every trash can is like a pixel in a piece of artwork. So if you're zooming out, look at this, what is happening. It's like a piece of paper, and then the further you go away, the more you see what is happening. There's a fox, exactly. There's a whole fox going out. So it's beautiful, isn't it? And this is with these materials, and there's also another one here on the side. Two ones even. Look at these. But yeah, these are not the only things that are thrown away. There are, of course, a lot of other things. And one of the things that, even if you are collecting bottles, if you're collecting plastic, one of the things that you can find a lot on streets all over the world. Just let me maybe tell me, what can you find on trash on almost every street of the world? Because I'm gonna... Coffee cups? Yeah, coffee cups. That can be. But there's also something else that you can find. I'm now going there. So, look at this. Look what we have over here. Cigarettes, exactly. Cigarettes. Okay. So here we have lots and lots and lots of cigarettes that are just found on the street. And when we're zooming out, look at this. Look what's going to happen. Thank you, Katie. Bit by bit, you see how many I don't know how many cigarettes he used for this. But bit by bit, you can see, and then in the end, what we have over here, a little monkey. Okay, a monkey face, exactly. I think it's a capuchin monkey, if I'm right. And then there's also there's something else that we found a lot of on the streets in only the last 2 years. So the time before, not so much. You could hardly find it on the street. But in the last 2 years, exactly, Tina, you're completely right. And that is the next one. Thank you, Angel. Look at this. What we have over here, it's a combination, by the way, of... I think we all know these tests. By the way, the three over here are all negative. And then we have masks. And more masks. And more masks. All folded. And then when we're zooming out, it is tragic in a way. For sure. Look at this. And the effect of zoomed in and then zooming out completely, then you see it's a chimpanzee. Exactly, Tina. You're right. Made out of hundreds or maybe even thousands of masks and also of COVID tests. So we have next to each other, the right side, the cigarettes, and at the left side, the masks. And then, of course, there are a lot more things that you can find in nature. A lot of the next ones you can find next. I'm just gonna do the same trick again. We're gonna start nearby. And it is very creative. We're gonna start nearby. This is one of the things that we've been finding a lot next to the roads. So bottles, 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 and more bottles. And you can see they're all used. And what he did, he placed little lights inside to make pixel art. And look at this. What we're gonna see right now. If we're zooming out, you can see it's again an animal. Yeah, it is incredible. All of it. Thanks, guys. It's beautiful, isn't it? Every time when you're zooming out, then you have a completely different perspective of what we are seeing. And I think it's a lion, yeah. Yeah, it's really from nearby. I was really thinking, what is this? And then when zooming out, you are seeing it. But he did this also from something else. From all these. Look at these. Look at all the tigers. He painted them to get a little different effect. We have a whole bunch of tires, even more and more and more. And I have to go backwards a little more. And we can see there is a panda, especially for you, Jenny. This will be your new profile picture, I think. So, this is a wonderful one, isn't it? Really beautiful again how he did this, and how creative it is. So these were all the pixel art made from trash that we can see over here. And then related to the masks, the last 2 years were the time of COVID, of course. And in the time of COVID, what we've seen all over the world is that a lot of the cities became quite empty. People were staying at home, and nature took over again. And for that situation, what he did, he made again from trash, but then together with LED lights, very modern. He made also a lot of beautiful pieces of street art again. These animals are a little more, how do you say? Exactly, Holly, deer walking down the street, animals, all kind of animals coming back because, yeah, it was less busy. It was less busy over here. So what he did with all these pieces of street art, he placed it inside Lisbon on different locations, and then at nighttime you could see them hanging, for example, placed on metros, placed on buildings, on cranes and everything. And exactly, it's very abstract art. So, and here is a young bat, for example. So what you can find in the metro and all that kind of places. And what he also did is, and I saw a short video of that, but from one of the bigger buildings, they were hanging this piece. So it was all the way hanging down, and then look at this, in the wind. So imagine that you're going into a tunnel and this is just hanging above you in the dark, a very big spider hanging, coming down. Okay, I'm just gonna do a vertical shot again to get it completely. So it's cool. And not only that, also on different places there were placed other tiny insects. And of course, there were not only insects coming back, also a lot of birds. So we have some cute ducks over here. And then with the next one, what they did is they placed it on a scooter, one of these scooters where you can, we are calling them steps in the Netherlands, but they placed this snail on it, and we're driving through the city. So there was a snail, then with high speed, driving through the city in the nighttime. So you can imagine how cool the effect was of what they did. And then this one, I have to zoom out a little because this crocodile that we're gonna see was placed on the metro and trams on the side. So imagine you see a train riding, and then on the side of the train, this crocodile is placed going as if it's crouching through the city. The red dots? No. Oh, that's Sheila. You're asking about. You can sometimes see, or all of them have a red dot or not. And this means if you have been on more art exhibitions than you know this means that this work is sold. So it is a number, and if there's a red dot, that means that someone bought this piece of work. So exactly. I see now several people. So this one, for example, the cat over here is not sold yet. So if you want to make a bid, then you can maybe still get this one. I don't know the price. I didn't ask for prices. So, and then the one over here, this monkey is the one that they used for the exhibition. No, don't worry, don't worry. I'm not filming you. This was used for the exhibition itself. So if you can find posters all over the city with this monkey face. Again, neon and LED lights. That's what they are using. Mainly neon, by the way. And look at this. And it is. I was here already before, of course, to prepare the tour, and I was almost on my own. And reading all the descriptions, and it was really making me think about trash again and about our society, and also myself, what I'm using and what I'm throwing away, and all these times that I'm buying a bottle of water while I'm at home. I also have just a refillable bottle, and I'm still sometimes buying a new bottle, and then I'm feeling already a little bad about myself and using it 3-4 times, but then after 4 times, then I'm left it somewhere and then buying a new one. So, and this is a little the feeling of how the studio of where we see this dragonfly, this big dragonfly, but this is little how the studio of Arthur is looking. And of course, the butterfly is always. Let me do another vertical shot between the trash. In the pool is the butterfly. Oh, I think I missed that question. There are several works. Yeah, in Lisbon there are, yes, of course, sometimes they are removed. But as far as I could find, there are about 6 or 7 works at this moment. Um, but they are quite far away from each other. They are a lot bigger than what we see over here, like the ones that we saw at the entrance. So, Dorley is saying reuse, refill, repair, recycle, recharge, refresh. No reception is fine. Oh, you don't have reception? I have reception. Looks like the whole time. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. You can also look at this cute frog here on the side. So, oh, oh we got him. This is the last work in this exhibition. So I made it in 30 minutes. That's what I promised him at the start. That's what she was asking, if I could really do it then in 30 minutes. So I really think it is some outstanding pieces of work for sure. I'm gonna slowly walk back. If there is still one where you wanna take a postcard from, let me know. This is the last moment I can do. So, want a snail? Oh, the koala. Yeah, we'll go back to the koala. It was at the start. The alligator too. Okay, the alligator was over here. So this is just to go back. Here we have the alligator. Thank you, Linda. And hopefully your class also loved to see all these pieces of art over here. The bats, please. Okay. Now it's good that you're asking uh, for the bats because they are over here. So the koala. Okay, now we'll go to the koala. This is a little further away. That was at the start. So thank you, Marcy. Thank you also other people already for all your tips. So I was, yeah, for the neon, they're all kind of, again, trash is used. So I can come a little more nearby and you can maybe see it. So thank you, Sean. Oh, that's good to hear, Linda. Uh, Thank you, Risa. Also. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, and I love to take you over here. So okay, what I'm gonna do. And here at the side, I didn't show you that before, but there is a whole. There he's showing what type of things they is using, like the cans, for example, with the paint, the pieces of the tires, all the masks that you can find all over the streets, a lot of cigarettes, and then of course all these water bottles that I'm using also myself too much. Okay, and then over here, I can show you again the last time the panda, and then at the side we have the fox made out of bottles, also with a little bear, and I don't know how you call the one at the left side. I don't know the name in the raccoon. Wow, thank you. Then we have the monkey, the two monkeys, by the way, next to each other. The right one just made out of cigarettes, the left one, and I can show you that again. So they're still. Where in Lisbon this is? Yeah, that's a. You can see it on the map, by the way. You can see it on the map. And just to show you again, zooming in. In your left corner, Shayla, you can see the map, and then you can exactly see where I am in Lisbon at the moment. So if you're coming here or if you're living here or something like that, then thank you, Elizabeth. And then this one again. For me, this is one of the most impressive works. With all these dirty cigarette filters, what you can find all over the world on all our streets and laying there for ages, really for ages. Yeah, and he did a sort of plastic over it. So no, it's not saying how long it takes, but what I said already before, there are some YouTube videos where you can see how he made some of these works. And for example, I've seen one YouTube video where it is completely taking him 1 week, but that's for a big piece outside, but that's for making it. And of course, before making, he also needs preparation time to find the right pieces of trash. No, I understood. Thank you, Richard. And then again. It's all based on these little boxes. Zooming out and we see the fox again coming. And I don't know exactly all materials that are used, but yeah, here you can see also how big the building is. And then we have over there light art with a tiger or a lion, I never know. I never know the, the difference. Thank you, Lee and Adrian. And the panda again here on the side. So okay. And then I'm a mountain lion, okay. So they're still not kicking me out. They're too nice for me, for all of us. Pieces of art that were made from stone, pieces of marble, for example, pieces of marble that he used. And thank you, Jennifer and Victor. And Tina, no, I'm in Lisbon at this moment. The little mouse is also sold, as you can see on the red dot. Most of the works are sold, by the way. Lisbon is in Portugal, southern Europe, next to Spain. And yeah, so Shana is saying, is a market in Israel I saw amazing jewelry made from different color coffee pots. Yeah, that's one of the things. There's so much things that we're throwing away as we are thinking that it's useless, when it's still we can make, we can recycle, we can reuse, we can make art from it, and that is one of the things that he really wants to show. He really wants to show in this exhibition. So, how much are these? Do we know? I don't know. I didn't know. I can ask. But here we have some of the works made of plastic. And then, I know several of you were asking for it, the koala again. And for this one, I'm just gonna zoom in a little, then you can see that it's made of all these tiny pieces of plastic. And things that he just found somewhere on the street, all collected to make this beautiful piece of artwork. By the way, sold. So I think someone from Australia also loved this. And I can get them both in one shot, yes, for sure. Like this. I can do that. And so these were the ones of plastic, and then another series of what he did is half. So half of them are like the actual artworks or the actual colors of the animals, and then at the other side you can see where this is based on. So what he used for all these little pieces. This is really one of my favorites. I love the combination of the two colors, but there are several other ones. I'm just going to show you all of them. We're almost at the start or the end of the exhibition. No, it's the start. So look at the one over here, and yeah, they're all beautiful. Again, another cat-like animal. I should work on seeing the differences between a lion and a tiger, at least. So, and yes, and this is all the same artist. It's all the same artist. That is more like a panther, I think. Yeah, this is the last one, and then I'm going in. Oh, we got it. They know someone was coming. This is the last one that I'm showing. So, and then I'm walking out. And most of them are sold already, yeah. But they will not be, they will be expensive. I know that for sure. And yes, I can also show it from the side. That's maybe a good, it is a little 3D. Not completely, of course, but as you can see. Oh, and thank you, Sarai, for sharing his Instagram account where you can find a lot more. And what I will also do when I'm going out, because they want me to leave the terrain right now. Oh, I think I cannot go out here anymore, so I have to walk back. But I can also share some of his works that you can find outside. Some in Portugal, some in other parts of the world. So you're welcome, Linda. You're welcome, Linda. I'm sorry that that there are not too excited, all of them. So there are some of his works, by the way, also in the US. So, but for example, just gonna post some more in the chat. So I'm now walking to the exit one time more. Can we catch the chipmunk? Where was that? I don't know anymore. I'm sorry. Outside. Oh, outside. Yeah, I can do that. Obrigado. Thank you. Okay, I'm just walking now the outside, and let's see if the work outside, that's where I started, or if it's still light enough to see. So I think we have to go out over here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, we were getting inside when it was light. Yeah, thank you. And as by the way, there's also another artist here at the side, but I will not do that anymore. Thank you, Ricardo. But just to give you an idea, the other empty building here on the side, they used also a lot of street art, graffiti, combinations of them. Okay, I'm just gonna walk, and then hopefully, if we're lucky, we can still see the work that he made at the entrance. So that's already a little longer over here. So that's one of the bigger works that you can find in Lisbon and also in other locations in the world. So I'm just gonna show you my face again for now. While we are walking to the outside, let's see if we can still go out. And now it's a little, I'm not on my own, but you can imagine that now if you're here on your own, it's really an empty place. So, and thank you, Sarai, for saying that, and thank you, Patty, for the tip in the meantime. But yeah, the coming week, I will be for a week in Lisbon. And in between all the work things that I'm doing here, I will do, I think, 3 more tours. So one of them I'm gonna go as really a tourist trip in the most famous tram ride that you can find. One of them is from an other artist, by the way, also called Bordalo, not family of, with in a beautiful park where he placed real figures of animals. So, but it's completely different of what we've seen right now. So it will be a combination of nature and art. A beautiful park with art, and I'm also gonna visit one of the biggest aquariums in Europe. So, or in the world even, and I think the second biggest of Europe. Yeah, I can go out still. Nature and art. Yeah, that's true. So that are the 3 different tours. And of course, with the aquarium, with a lot of water, it's always the question if the reception is good enough. If not, if the reception is not good enough, I have a great alternative. So it will be also an amazing tour. So, and thank you for someone who's now sponsoring me. There's a new sponsor I got in my message, in my screen. Thank you for that. But I'm outside. I see the reception is here a little less. I don't know why, but oh, there's coming back. And yes, there's a squirrel outside. Look at this. They have lights on it. But this is the big scroll outside. So, and just to go zoom in a little so we can see the face. And not only the face, you can maybe recognize already some pieces. So here on the side or from under, you can see it a little better. All kind of pieces of trash, big ropes and pieces of cars and pieces of supermarkets, supermarket cart, as you can see on the side. So, and then all made to this beautiful little scroll on the side. Yeah, shopping cart, exactly. Okay, let me also do a vertical shot that I'm doing right now, so you can see it a little better. And the full scroll in the view. And this is about, yeah, what will it be? 15 meters high, 40 feet high, something like that. So it is quite big, and you can of course see it from the road. Okay, let's go back to normal view. Whoop. And all part of the exhibition, as you can see over here, evolution. And even this shot is quite cool, I think. A little dark and eerie. It's almost eerie if you're looking at this. Uh, and exactly, Tina. Yeah, it's evolution. A little evil, a little dirty, a little trash. So, no, I hope. Wait, just let me change the screen. Um, so it's evolution and evil, evolution and evil in a combination. So how evil the world is with throwing everything away. So and how we are, in the end, with that killing our own evolution. So that's one of the things behind. So, but I hope you enjoyed the tour, and that this was not a trash tour or garbage. So, photo of Stefan when he's seeing I'm evil. Yeah, now let me just do one shot with me together with the chipmunk on the side. It just fits. So I hope you enjoyed it today with me over here. I'm now going back into the city center and having some food and drinks, because of course the kitchen in Lisbon, the food in the southern part of Europe is also always amazing. So thank you for joining today. I hope to see you again, maybe in one of my other tours. Otherwise, when I'm back in Amsterdam. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for the nice words. I hope to see some beautiful postcards also on Facebook, on Heygo, or on my own Facebook group. So I hope to see you again. Bye bye and thank you, or what we say in Portugal. Yeah, I'm learning. Obrigado. Bye bye.